Welcome to Buddha's Way. Title: The Boy Who Spoke Only When Needed. In a village nestled between mountains and rivers, where people measured their worth by how loud they spoke and how quickly they replied, there lived a boy named Anai. Unlike the others, Anai was quiet. Very quiet. He didn't interrupt, didn't speak over others, and never spoke just to be heard. While other children competed for attention, shouted over one another, and always had something to say, Anai listened. This strange habit made him the subject of gossip. Is he mute? Is he slow? Why doesn't he speak like a normal child? But Anai wasn't mute, nor was he weak. He simply believed that words have weight and should only be used when truly needed. His parents worried. His teachers were confused. Even strangers tried to provoke him just to hear him talk. But Anai never gave in. He listened carefully, observed deeply, and only spoke when his words had meaning. One day, something changed. The village was caught in conflict. Two powerful merchants argued over land that lay between their properties. The argument turned into a war of egos. The villagers took sides. Anger filled the streets. People who were once friends now turned enemies. A village meeting was called. Everyone gathered in the town square. Shouting filled the air like thunder. Accusations flew like arrows. And then, suddenly, in the middle of the storm, Anai stood up. The crowd fell silent, not because they respected him, but because they were shocked. The boy who never spoke was about to speak. In a soft, steady voice, Anai said, "You are all speaking so loudly that no one is hearing anything." He paused. "You're not fighting for land. You're fighting to be right. And in that fight, both sides have already lost." The crowd was frozen. He continued, "We all live in the same village, drink the same water, walk the same roads. If one side wins and the other bleeds, who really wins?" Tears welled up in the eyes of the elders. The two merchants lowered their heads in shame. A silence hung in the air, but not one of tension. It was the silence of realization, truth, and it came from a boy who rarely spoke. From that day onward, people began to change, not just because of what Anai said, but because of how he waited until the right moment to say it. He taught them that speaking all the time doesn't mean you're wise, that silence isn't weakness, that sometimes a single sentence at the right time can carry more power than 1,000 empty words. Anai was no longer seen as strange. He was respected, admired, trusted, because when he spoke, people listened, not out of habit, but from the heart. What can we learn? We live in a world full of noise, notifications, opinions, and endless chatter. But true power lies in conscious speech. Speak with intention. Speak with compassion. Speak when needed. Let your silence speak more than your words. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe to Buddha's Way for more such soul-stirring stories.